Welcome back to ReZero Anime Review, episode number 26. This one is discussing episodes 7 through 12 of the Break Time Season 2. Now, the first one is focused on Otto, where, this is probably set during the period of time when he, sided with Subaru against Garfield, and he turns the ore, runs away, and of course he displays his via diary that he's basically riding in the middle of the woods. And this is the last time we see him in these breaks because two of these ones focused on Frederica. Well, two is one for Frederica. Basically the eighth and last focus on her. Well, the first one's basically the first time she met Petra, though it's not the actual first time. Nope, it revealed a little bit later that, that in an interview she does know about Petra's crush on Subaru, and the fact that she'll teach her everything. Well, she says she's been to Mansion before to play tag. It's like, tag? Really? Yeah, the fact she also mentions that she also knows how to sew, and she's good at cooking. Try something new. Yep. Oh yeah, and also is later shown in another portion of the flashback where, and this of course is how they do in Japanese, basically Federica wanted Petra to call her Federica Nisama, basically means sister, kind of like a big sister. And of course Petra sees her like a big sister, like, okay. And they do this thing, they do a couple times where they share a bed together, which, this is so adorable. Now, the thing is, they do the time where she, and of course they mentioned that the first one, apparently it's been 6 days since she was first hired. And then, of course, I mentioned the interview. That's Federica thinks that she first met her, but Petra basically corrects her and is like, not exactly, no. The first time we met was actually 2 years ago, where basically she said, like, when they're in bed together, that, hey, lovely girl, you have a moment? And it's just anything 2 years prior. And the fact she's so flattered the fact that Petra referred to as, she said she was very pretty. And she can't get over the fact Petra is so cute. Which, I can't deny the fact Petra's so cute and adorable. Even though she's 12, she's really that. Now, the ninth one is now, two of these ones don't focus on any of the regular characters. The ninth one focuses on Anastasia's group. Yes. Where they just give a report and stuff related to what happened in the first episode. In fact, Otto got tied up. Yeah, this one kind of explains how he got tied up. Though this is the last time we see him in these ones because this is just a flashback. And apparently Anastasia basically was asked, like, hey, boss lady, remember when you were tied up? He's like, yeah, that's so nostalgic. When the heck did that happen? No idea. But that was a weird one. And the two siblings tend to, like, tattletaling each other. Mimi tends to forget stuff, which I thought was so funny. Now, the 11th one is quite interesting, because the 11th one focuses on the assassins, Eliza and Natalie. This is probably fundamentally shown up in the series as a main series as an assassin, where apparently it's revealed that Eliza likes to hollow out her open wounds for some reason. Don't know why. Also, and this is technically one of 2 times I've seen her do this, where she takes off her cloak that she wears. Yeah, the only time I've seen her take it off was actually just recently in the series, about two or three episodes back. The episode where she got Beatrice, that was the first time I actually saw her remove her cloak. Oh yeah, and also Mel apparently likes to bite her for some reason, very playfully. And he also mentions that she writes a report for the employer she hates. It's an odd one to say the least, but it's nice focusing on 2 women who are not Federica and Petra. I mean, it's nice to see them. I mean, Federica and Petra gets 3 of these shorts. They get the 8th, 10th, and 12th. 7th is basically all Otto with Garfield. 9th one is simply Anastasia's group. And of course, 11 is, the assassins. I gotta say, pretty fun ones. I would say that the one and also the whole thing with the last one, where Frederica's basically relaying diary information when they're like, can we just sleep together? And of course, Petra was like, we sleep together. He's like, sure. Because apparently she really enjoys sharing the bed with her. She really enjoys it. And it's like, how did you talk when you first came here? And apparently she kind of laughed at it. And she's like, da 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 da. And of course, she couldn't stop laughing. Also, she had referred to Subaru as Subaru Sama. This is the Japanese sub, so I'm not going to correct it, or it's probably, and this is just my personal guess, they're probably in the dub for this, if they were about to dub this thing, they'd probably say, well, I think it's probably going to be Master Subaru or Lord Subaru. But in the case of this, they'd probably call her Big Sis. Yeah. But in the case of all these, they're all really good. Fun overall. I wouldn't be surprised though when the season comes back in January we get more of these. These are pretty fun. I love them. I can't wait for the rest of them when they do more of these. And I'm definitely looking forward to when they finish adapting book 13 of this particular for the season. And I do have this suspicious feeling, and this is probably a good feeling, that they're probably going to end the season with adapting book 15. I don't think they're going to adapt book 16 this season. No, I don't think so. From basically looked up, yeah, the fifth arc picks up 1 year after the events of arc 4. So I think that the season would end with basically adapting book 15, which makes perfect sense to do. Yeah, that's probably my personal guess. Do I think we might get an OVA? It's possible. I hope so. I mean, there's plenty of short stories they could probably adapt. I would say the one that probably deserves a lot of award is basically Frozen Bond. That's based on an actual short story, which I've never read it, but I plan to read eventually in the future. But in the case you're probably wondering why I decided to do this, despite the fact I did pretty much wrap up the season, because I wanted to continue this for a couple more episodes because I love ReZero. I think it's an absolutely fantastic anime. So I continued this for a couple more episodes and did just basically wait to whenever. Excuse me. Probably in the first week of January. That's probably when the season's going to resume. Probably on a Wednesday because, well, the season's airing Wednesday. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for videos today. So tomorrow, I'm probably going to do at least about 4 or 5 videos tomorrow. At least 2 Naruto videos. A video for the newest episode of Saki-chan Wants to Hang Out. And Fire Force. Yep. There might be one tomorrow for Naruto. It might be about 3 videos overall. I think next are really, well, not very long per se. Because all the about to start tonight. It's 6 episodes. The arc after that is like 5 and 6. Yeah, so I might do about 2 of them. So until we see you tomorrow for my review for Naruto. Bye.